So we're off to another interesting day on Wall Street. The Dow opened down more than 500 points, but as we speak, things are now improving. The Dow is only down 225 points, about that right now, trading at 24,584.
So after all that, we're back in the green. It's kind of a head scratcher. Scott Smallman joining us live again here on King 5 Mornings. He's the Senior Vice President of Investments for Wedbush Securities in Seattle. Scott, what do you make of all this after all the losses? Now suddenly we're 300 points almost in the green.
Well, a lot of it is what I've been calling revenge of the machines. You know, much of the trading that's been taking place both during yesterday's ugly times and this morning's recovery is, caused by computer-generated things that happen using ETFs that then kind of work their way through the stock market. And ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund.
So what should people do? Try not to panic is what I've heard, Scott, in terms of watching the Dow go way down and now back up.
Well, not panicking is good advice, whether we're talking about traffic, weather, or the business world. Sticking to your plan is the key thing, is making sure that, going into periods of volatility, if you've got yourself situated in a fashion that makes sense to you and fits with your investment needs, then you don't have to get so excited about times like this. You can watch them and say, well, that's interesting, but you don't have to watch them and go, oh my God, what do I do now?
Mm-hmm.
And still, the advice for people, and this specifically for folks that are closer to 65 maybe, say like my in-laws who are thinking, do I stay tight? Do I cash out, cut bait, so to speak? What do you say to that group of folks who really have a lot to lose?
Well, at that age, they probably should have already moved to a little bit more conservative posture. There's a vast difference between the way an asset allocation plan should work for somebody that's 30 or 40 versus somebody that's 65 and very, very close to retiring. They hopefully are already more conservatively positioned anyway.
All right, Scott Smallman, thank you so much for giving us some perspective on what's happening on Wall Street. Again, the good news is the Dow is up about 240 points after a huge loss yesterday.
Yeah, very interesting.